What do you think of when you think of Hong Kong? Skyscraper-studded skyline, major financial hub, business districts? Yes, it is all of that. But there's so much more to Asia's World City. And on this episode of Island Hunter, I am here to show you Hong Kong like you've never seen before. Hong Kong is an ultra-modern cosmopolitan hub of Asia. Business gets done in style, the city never sleeps, and if you don't move along with the pace, you're in the way. That can be daunting for the average traveler. Don't worry, Hong Kong is easy to figure out. You just need to know where to go. There's a wealth of options, and I'm going to show you. While it may not look like it on first blush, Hong Kong does have a side where you can appreciate nature and find respite from the hustle and bustle. My first stop is to show you one of my favorite hiking spots. It's a little mainstream, and you may have to brave the crowds. But hey, this is Asia. You gotta go with the flow. This is the ultimate tourist spot. It's the perfect place to bring all of my overseas friends whenever they're in town. So what we're riding on, this is just a 7-minute ride to the top, and we get a 360 view of Hong Kong. So daytime, nighttime, the view is super different. It's really fun. We got a bunch of restaurants. We have a big mall up there. We even have a Madame Tussauds wax museum. So you can basically spend a whole day up there and just have tons of fun. This is the Peak Tram, and it's one of the shortest tram rides you'll ever take. Only 7 minutes, but hey, it's not about the journey. It's about the destination. The tram leads to the Peak Tower, which is this funky-shaped building. Once up at the rooftop, the view opens up to the entire expanse of Hong Kong Bay. You may have to nudge your way to the best vantage point. This view is definitely worth the crowds. Now, there's a possibility to get away from the incessant hordes of tourists here. The access way to the Peak Circle Walk is right next to the tower, and immediately you find yourself on a pathway etched into the side of the mountain. Look at that view, without the crowds. This is what I love about Hong Kong. You would never guess that such a serene place is juxtaposed to a big tourist hotspot. With the short hike done, I need to get some caffeine in me. And I have the perfect spot in mind. The Langham is a 5-star property found in the prime shopping district of Tsim Sha Tsui in Kowloon. It's been honored with the Forbes 5-star award and named top 10 best hotels in Hong Kong by Travel and Leisure. Afternoon tea at the Palm Court is an experience unlike any other. It's an elegant space featuring natural stone flooring and painted timber columns that showcase a traditional and luxurious finish. Restyled after its namesake at the Langham, London, Palm Court pays tribute to its heritage of afternoon tea. You can appreciate the fine details everywhere, from the Wedgwood teaware and the tailored special menu created by the Langham's culinary experts. Oh, and take a look at this medley of sweet treats and snacks.
People should come to Langham to enjoy your unique afternoon tea designed with a special brand of chocolate, which is called República del Cacao, which is the first chocolate entirely produced in Latin America, in Ecuador. So we have a very unique product for the people to discover, and we are the first in Hong Kong to do so.
So apparently, how the whole afternoon tea tradition started was back in the 1800s. Everybody only had 2 meals a day, so it was breakfast and dinner. And so the Duchess loved to eat, and so she would get hungry halfway through the day. And so she started this whole thing of just, eating something between 3 or 4 p.m. She sounds like my girl. I love to eat, and I love afternoon tea. I'm in chocolate heaven because I honestly bit into this thinking that this would be fruity, but look inside, it's all chocolate. Really good. I'm gonna get greedy and bite into this now. Oh my God. this you think would taste chocolatey, but it's actually lemony. So this is interesting. It looks like a chocolate bar. All right. And it's a cake. It's a cake. I'm surprised once again. How fun is this? Oh my gosh. It's nutty, creamy, and spongy all at the same time. See, this is why I love coming here. You never know what you're gonna taste. Yeah, I'm not very ladylike when there's chocolate around. If you have some downtime and could use a pick-me-up, I highly recommend afternoon tea at the Langham. With caffeine in my system, it's time to check out a side of Hong Kong that is slowly emerging and making waves, both locally and internationally. Central is a location with a lot of art inspiration for designers and galleries alike. What I love about Central is you get a mixture of everything here. This is the oldest district in Hong Kong, but it's also the most modern. We have bars, we have restaurants, we have art galleries here. It's always fun to visit because you get a bit of everything. Hi, I'm Lesley.
Hi, I'm Raymond. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. So what's going on here?
Wow, this is Yang Gallery. This is one of the earliest galleries in Hong Kong. Mr. Fong, the founder of this gallery, started this gallery in 1980s. He was one of the very first gallerists to start a modern contemporary gallery in Hong Kong.
Why do you think Hong Kong is such a great place for art?
It doesn't really have a big artist community like London or New York. But interestingly, this one is actually a very big market for art. You can see Thorsby's Christie's, they have annual auctions in Hong Kong every year, and every year the auction is probably one of the largest in the world. Why? Because this is a regional center for art. Consumption, let's say. So all the collectors from different parts of Asia all across the world will come to Hong Kong to buy, and all the artists and gallerists will present their works in Hong Kong as well. So this place is an art market in a sense.
Raymond is the organizer of Soho Art Tour, and he's gonna take me around a few of the latest happenings on Hong Kong's up-and-coming street art scene. What's the street art culture like here in Hong Kong?
Well, Hong Kong doesn't really have a street art culture because, Hong Kong government is so efficient. So whenever you paint anything on the wall, you'll be removed or repainted.
They'll paint it over.
Yeah, paint it over next day before sunrise. So this one, as you can see, is actually on the wall of a GOD, which is a home decor store in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, so they basically sponsor the entire wall.
So that's why they're allowed to paint over this.
Yes, because this is actually the wall of a store.
So it's the perfect Instagram shot.
Exactly.
Let's take a selfie. What's special about this gallery?
Oh, this gallery is actually very unique. So photography has never been a big thing in Hong Kong market, right? So, the gallery has been a pioneer in terms of promoting photography art. So these pictures you can see here from a Chinese photographer, Zhang Kechun. So he's actually quite famous for doing all this kind of the landscape-like photography. And as you know, Chinese art is always about ink painting, landscape, and all that in the traditional days, right?
Yeah.
But he is using photography, which is modern technology, to depict exactly the same thing, landscape.
This is what I love about Hong Kong. It's a fairly officious neighborhood, but a visual flair can be found in the right nooks. Only if you know where to look.